prosecutors were arguing is not only does your client pose a flight risk, because obviously he's incredibly wealthy, has access to planes and a lot of staff, even though you said he turned over his passport to you months ago, they were also worried about him being able to interfere with witnesses and calling them. And so I guess the question is, how do you assure the court that that won't happen if prosecutors are saying this is someone who's attempted to bribe security staff and has already threatened and interfered with witnesses?
So I think the most important thing, even more important than the passport, is that Mr. Combs came to New York on September 5th. As soon as we realized that this indictment was going to be coming down in a matter of...
And I was excited, you know what I'm saying? Me and Mace are cool.
It was an exciting verse, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. You know, me and Mace are cool. We've kept in touch over the years. And, you know, I mean, I love Mace. I mean, if it wasn't for Mace, I wouldn't be where I was at today. You know, me and him, you know, was like Batman and Robin. So it felt good to be able to get back on the record with him. And also then, this is one of the hottest records, the most intense records in the club, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hoard the information. I don't want to hoard the good feelings, the anything. So my you know, right now my thing is just about, you know, just being that shining example. God sent me here to inspire you, and I'm just going to keep getting busy and doing the work. But it is that transition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This MMM dropping today is really, you know what I'm saying?
After hearing the music, you see the picture all at the same time.
No, before I even got the demo.
Oh,
just the picture in itself was giving me this strong vibration, and I knew that whatever this guy was saying, like, you know, it was something that was...
I want regular Ciroc.
It was something that was really, 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 really authentic. Right. Just by the look in his eyes, you know? And then when I heard the music, you know, it was one of those things I immediately called my girl.
And the resume. And I do a thing which you call a reverse 360. So to find out not just their resumes, but to find out everybody who knew them in the past. And then you go and do the checking. So you have to start with a spec sheet, meaning not just the skills. There are three things that everybody brings you. Skills is what almost everybody hires for, and it's the least important of the three things. The most important things are values, abilities, and skills. So first, what are their values?
So, do you think Puffy was involved in the shooting?
Only they can answer that question. Right. I have my own opinion, but I wouldn't slander their name like they did mine. Right. I wouldn't say things that I knew, you know what I mean? I believe so. I do believe so. I have proved things that I can say that will back up my claim, but this is not for the world to know about. You know what I mean? It's between me and him, and only he knows. So every time he say it didn't happen, or that's the only thing that makes this become an issue to everybody. Because you seen what I said in the Vibe article. I basically bowed out. It was gonna go ahead about my life. The next issue, that wasn't even the next issue, because them cowards waited about 4 issues before they got their story together. 4 issues later, half of New Yorkers commenting on me getting shot. And before, they was all like, we didn't see nothing. In the first issue, read it, Vibe viewers. Nobody seen shit.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the f Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
Listen, having a good time, yo. Oh, your Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
Ain't nobody
Music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. Combs had been living there for several weeks. A person with knowledge of the investigation told NBC News the arrest was based on a sealed indictment brought by the Southern District of New York. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear.
The fourth issue, when they came back with a reply, everybody knew what I did. They knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in A Vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? What? Can you explain these other holes in me? How'd I get gunpowder all over me? That insulted my intelligence. So yes, I did say Thug Life was dead. Yes, I bowed out, all of that. But when they said that, they breathed new life in me. Yeah. And Thug Life not only became a rap group, but it became a way of life for life for me. Because they disrespected me, my name, my family, what I had been through. They said that I couldn't be in pain. I could not feel, I could not be heard.
Is there still a beef going on with you and Biggie?
It was never a beef. It's only a difference in opinion. Right. To me, if I like my homeboy Suge gave me the best advice I could ever get from anybody. He said when people ask him if he's beefing with Bad Boy with Puffy, he says like me going to a playground and picking on a little kid.
Right.
That's like me being mad at my little brother because he getting cash now. I'm not mad at that. I'm just mad at my little brother when he don't respect me. Yeah. Now, when you don't respect me, I'm gonna spank your ass. I don't give a fuck how rich you got on the block. I'm your big brother.
Offended Diddy, stating that what he is accused of doing is nothing new in the world of famous entertainers. He argued that flying women out for parties or intimate gatherings is a common practice among celebrities and should not be considered illegal. Boozy questioned whether it is fair to label women who willingly participate in these experiences as prostitutes, suggesting that if that were the case, then many women would fall under that category. He expressed concerns about the trafficking charge and warned that it could be used as a tool to target high-profile figures in
A new civil lawsuit claims Sean "Diddy" Combs repeatedly passed off dancer and adult film actress Adria English to be sexually assaulted by partygoers during events at his New York and Miami houses between 2006 and 2009.
Honestly, they get bigger. No, I just lifted this bra up. It's like night and day. I need to have my boobs sitting up at this level at all times. They were like down to here. That's life-changing. Life-changing, but it gives me back fat. Gotta pick or choose your battles. That's what I learned in my life. Yeah. So why do you care to go to this? Because I was invited and I think it would be fun. When are you gonna act your own age? This like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd? I know a thing or two about rap music. Who is the boss? Me? No.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yes, he's glittering.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Yeah. Well, now when we come back, we're gonna talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right, we'll be right back with more right after this.
Homes raided in Los Angeles and Miami. Computers and laptops and iPads and phones and surveillance videos and stuff like that confiscated. They did that in May. You're talking about months later, and here they come with this indictment, and they're trying to make it so today, as we're taping this show, if prosecutors have their druthers, they're trying to make today his last day of freedom.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. A year ago, Sean Combs stood in Times Square and was handed a key to New York City. Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York.
As a fatherhood, it's probably the thing I can honestly say I'm not the most successful at, you know.
What do you mean by that?
As far as I feel like my kids deserve more personal time from me.
You've talked about wanting to be the Black James Bond. You've talked about wanting to be someone that kids want to emulate. Yet, aren't you setting a bad example by being...
We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way. The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage. Context, like they in the act. That's what they're looking for. So now they're gonna go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got little kids or little girls or something like that in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of that, it's craziness, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this, and yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN, is keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Man. And you know what's so crazy is, bro, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time.
That a federal grand jury may soon hear from Diddy's accusers. Since November, Combs has been named in 8 civil lawsuits, 7 of them directly accusing him of sexual assault.
I mean, in the beginning, like the first 3.5 years, he was, the first 3-4 months, he was really nice, but then after that, he started being an so.
Shocking new accusations. His alleged victim humiliated and traumatized. Diddy's legal troubles just got bigger, less than 48 hours after his somber mea culpa.
I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Extra has obtained this explosive new 15-page lawsuit filed by model Crystal McKinney. She claims he got her drunk and high with a joint that was laced with what she says was a narcotic or other intoxicating substance.
Arrest of a former SU basketball walk-on player, Brendan Paul, who's part, police say, of a sex trafficking investigation of rap mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs. Paul is accused in court documents of being Combs' drug.
Because it was going on the premises of sex. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage. And you know what's so crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this, and yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry about not just him, other people. Jimmy Iovine. Ain't nobody talking about Jimmy Iovine. He got sexual charges and everything on him, but he got those publicists that's keeping it out off of CNN. It's keeping it off the major news reports. Nobody's talking about that. This is something that goes on, man, that they're gonna push up under the rug, and a few years later, Bad Boy 5, 6, 7, 8 will be out. Context. Like they in the app. That's what they're looking for. So now, they're gonna go through all those devices. If somebody got any kind of weird fetishes that they got little kids or little girls or something like that in any kind of pictures or any kind of photos that they took out of that, man. And you know what's so crazy is, bruh, that all these stories has been around the industry for a long time. All these industry people know that.
Close friends call me Puff, so I would call me Puff. Yeah, Puff.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll call you Puff. I never know. When I see it, just go, hey, because I don't know. I don't know.
But it also depends on what kind of mood I'm in, you know? If I'm acting crazy, that's Diddy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm like dancing real smooth with a girl, that's Puff Daddy. If like I'm looking like I'm scared or nervous or shy, that's Sean. And Puff is just.
What happens? What do the women call you? Because you were at the Super Bowl, so you've got to be. You probably have not slept.
Yes. Let me take my glasses off. I haven't slept. Hi, everybody.
It's when the glasses come off.
Yeah, I mean it's a ritual here.
I know. When the glasses come off, you're always hi, everybody. It's like the charm sets in. But so were you up like all night long at the Super Bowl?
I've written out a very detailed spec sheet. They may say they understand it, but then when and they have given me the appearance that they understand the job and they do a stellar interview. But then, you know, when we're 3 months into the trenches.
Yeah, I don't think, here's the deal. What you do is you use the personality profile testing, background check.
And I was like, yo, you gotta tell me if this is as hot, as great as I really believe it is. You know, she heard it, she was like wherever he's at, you better go get him.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And
now that's interesting that you said you called your girl.
Yeah.
Because women are the biggest consumers of music.
Without a doubt.
So how did you know that early on?
Because everything I did was for girls.
A man with multiple children and multiple mothers.
I think it depends on how you look at it. You know, all of my kids are well taken care of. They all go to the best schools.
But you don't live with them.
All of the mothers are taken care of
financially.
And I'm there for my children as a father.
Weeks, maybe months, but sometime soon, Mr. Combs got on a plane, left his home in Florida, flew to New York. I called the prosecutors myself. I said, Mr. Combs is in New York. Do you want to know where he is? If you want to know where he is, I'll tell you where he is. But he wants to surrender. He's here to surrender. They didn't want him to surrender because if he surrenders, they don't get to tell the judge that he's a flight risk and he's a danger. Because who, as a danger and a flight risk, would fly to New York and surrender? So they didn't want him to surrender.
So since September 5th, you had known you expected it was likely he was going to formally face charges.
So I really knew he was formally going to face charges on March 25th, the day of the searches.
Avenues that I'm going to make sure I could share the knowledge that I have, the things you've been seeing me doing with Revolt, even the way you've been handling, going into different industries and being very, very focused that it's bigger than what I'm doing right now. It's about like really changing the game for the future so we all get an even chance, a fair chance, a fair playing field. And, I tell people I'm living the Black American dream.
Yeah. Transportation for. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs threatened and coerced victims to fulfill his protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
LeBron James comments on P. Diddy getting arrested and basically saying that he had a weird feeling today was the day the feds will actually catch up to Diddy. I guess we can all confirm that LeBron James was the anonymous tipster that gave him. No! Yo, I'm gonna keep it a glass of water, y'all. This is nasty word. Y'all remember before a couple months ago that we saw that LeBron James was saying, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Some people will say that LeBron James should go to jail. Chill out, y'all, alright? We all know that this is a troll post. Well, it is actually true that P. Diddy did go to jail, though. But I mean, about LeBron James' whole situation is crazy, and that's lies. But it's still funny just to see that. Feel me? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about the whole P. Diddy situation and LeBron James. But you ready to know what's up? I'm not.
This is incredibly disturbing footage, so I do want to warn our viewers, as you did. But as you said, Cassie's lawsuit, which was filed in November of 2023 and then was quickly settled overnight, it did open the floodgates. But in that complaint, Jake, she details an incident that she alleged happened in March of 2016 at a hotel in Los Angeles, physically assaulted by Diddy. Now our team in the LA Bureau, we have got our hands on that surveillance footage, and it appears to corroborate Cassie's claims identically.
We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra. I was actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra. I would say.
Rumors have begun to swirl about a so-called DIDDY Snitches list, which allegedly reveals the names of high-profile individuals involved in Sean Diddy Combs' notorious FREAKOFF parties. As Combs faces federal charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, speculation is mounting that he may have provided investigators with a list of influential figures who participated in these secretive, extravagant gatherings. The prospect of this list being released has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, with many wondering just how deep the scandal may run and who else could be implicated in the unfolding legal drama. Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Puff Daddy, has long held a reputation in the entertainment industry for throwing some of the most extravagant and wild parties, often referred to as Diddy parties. These exclusive events draw a star-studded guest list, from rising talent to established A-list celebrities, all eager to experience the opulence and excess Diddy is known for. Even before recent allegations, many attendees have been vocal about the wild atmosphere at these gatherings. Some have enthusiastically claimed that they partied like there was no tomorrow, indulging in the freedom and exuberance that these nights promised. However, others have shared a different side of the story, allegedly witnessing unsettling or shocking events behind the glitz and glamour. These individuals have recounted experiences so intense that they vowed never to return, leaving a trail of mystery and whispers about what really goes on behind closed doors. Recent accusations against Diddy have only amplified this speculation, with claims that some of the controversial acts he's being accused of may have occurred during these infamous parties. What was once seen as the ultimate Hollywood party now has a darker, more secretive undercurrent, leaving many to wonder how deep the scandal runs and who else may have been involved. So who exactly are these celebrities, and will they break their silence in the wake of these allegations and investigations? For now, let's focus on those who have been linked to Diddy's parties and what they've publicly shared about their experiences. No story involving Diddy would be complete without mentioning 50 Cent, the rapper known for his bold, unfiltered opinions. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has never shied away from voicing his thoughts, whether on social media, in interviews, or during concerts, especially when it comes to his long-standing feud with Diddy. Their rivalry spans decades, moving from petty artist competition to more serious accusations, with tension always lurking in the background. At a concert in late 2023, 50 Cent made headlines when he claimed that he avoids Diddy's parties, suggesting that they'll hug you from the front and back, fueling already swirling rumors about Diddy's gatherings. These cryptic remarks only added to the speculation surrounding the alleged activities at these infamous parties. Following recent law enforcement raids on Diddy's properties, 50 Cent wasted no time in taking to Instagram, where he posted an AI-generated video of former U.S. President Donald Trump making crude comments about Diddy, further fanning the flames of controversy. In his social media tirades, 50 also didn't hesitate to mention Jay-Z, a close associate of Diddy and a frequent attendee and co-host of these exclusive parties. Jay-Z's involvement has now led some to speculate that he too could be implicated in the unfolding rumors. As the drama intensifies, many are waiting to see if more celebrities will step forward or continue to remain silent on what really goes on at these notorious Diddy parties. Jay-Z and Diddy have shared a long-standing bond, both emerging in the industry around the same time and significantly shaping its landscape through their music and entrepreneurial ventures. This deep connection makes Jay-Z a focal point in the current allegations, particularly given 50 Cent's long-standing rivalry with both Jay and Diddy. Their feud, which dates back to the late 90s, began with competition for the title of King of New York and has since evolved into a mission for 50 Cent to expose and criticize Jay-Z and Diddy, especially in light of the recent allegations. It's no surprise then that Jay-Z's involvement in Diddy's parties has come under scrutiny. As a frequent guest and possibly even a co-organizer of these events, Jay-Z could be implicated in the ongoing scandal. The big question now is who else was present at these infamous gatherings and who might have the courage to speak out. With the spotlight on Diddy's parties, many are watching closely to see which other celebrities will reveal their experiences or be drawn into the controversy. Recently, a video began circulating on social media, intensifying the buzz surrounding Diddy's extravagant parties. The footage, reportedly from one of these high-profile gatherings, reveals a lavish scene with models performing acrobatic stunts above a pool while celebrities mingle in the background. The event, an all-white themed party from 2009, was said to be a charity affair aimed at raising funds for children in Africa, as advertised by Diddy. Among the celebrities captured in the video are Ashton Kutcher, known for his role on the early 2000s hit series That 70s Show, Demi Moore, a renowned actress, and Chris Brown, a prominent R&B singer. Ashton Kutcher, well regarded for his philanthropic efforts, had previously faced public scrutiny when he, along with his wife Mila Kunis, wrote a letter defending That 70s Show co-star Danny Masterson, who was recently convicted on serious charges. This connection has added a layer of controversy to Kutcher's involvement with Diddy's parties. Chris Brown, whose own career has been marred by allegations, including his highly publicized 2009 incident with Rihanna, also makes an appearance in the video. Brown's relationship with Diddy goes back to his youth. He was introduced to Diddy at just 12 years old. Despite a rocky start where Diddy reportedly turned down an early collaboration offer, Brown has maintained a close relationship with the mogul. He was notably seen at Diddy's birthday party in November 2022, engaging in celebratory antics on a giant bed. The video has put a spotlight on these high-profile attendees, casting a shadow over their reputations. While it's clear that these celebrities have been part of Diddy's social circle, the recent scrutiny and allegations have painted a troubling picture of the connections and activities at these famed parties. For now, the controversy seems to cast a darker shadow on those involved, with only 50 Cent appearing relatively untouched by these unfolding revelations. Recently, court documents have revealed some startling claims involving Sean Diddy Combs and his infamous freak-off parties. According to these documents, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former employee of Diddy, has alleged that the mogul had been secretly recording his guests through security cameras installed at his properties in Los Angeles and Star Island. But these were not ordinary security measures. Jones asserts that the footage captured by these cameras shows compromising and scandalous moments involving a range of high-profile individuals, celebrities, athletes, and politicians alike. The lawsuit claims that the parties were not only lavish but also sponsored by major figures in the recording industry. These sponsors allegedly had access to illicit activities, including interactions with underage girls, as detailed in the civil complaint. If these allegations prove true, they could send shockwaves through the entertainment industry, exposing a darker side to the world of fame and influence. The implications of such revelations could be monumental, potentially implicating powerful figures in some of the most heinous activities imaginable. Amidst all this drama, 50 Cent's relentless pursuit of Diddy could have inadvertently uncovered a scandal of far greater magnitude than anyone anticipated. According to recent allegations, Sean Diddy Combs may have installed hidden cameras throughout his homes, capturing incriminating footage of a multitude of high-profile figures, including celebrities, music industry executives, and athletes. These claims suggest that Diddy possesses compromising recordings of every individual who has attended his notorious freak-off parties and exclusive gatherings, positioning him as a gatekeeper of some of the entertainment industry's darkest secrets. The allegations extend further, with reports claiming that Diddy holds explicit tapes featuring some of Hollywood's most prominent figures, record executives, and even politicians engaged in highly inappropriate activities, including with minors. Should these tapes exist, they could potentially expose and destroy the careers of some of the most powerful individuals in the industry and beyond. According to the allegations, these parties were more than just lavish events. They operated under a sinister business model. The gatherings were allegedly a means for emerging artists to advance their careers by gaining access to influential music executives. However, beneath this facade, the parties were reportedly a game of power, control, and exploitation, with the allure of fame used to coerce participation in illicit activities. The gravity of these claims points to a deeply ingrained culture of corruption and abuse, hidden from the public eye until now. Jones also revealed that in addition to organizing these wild events, music executives frequently provided Diddy with large sums of cash. This financial support was not merely to fund the parties, but was likely intended to secure their place in Diddy's inner circle and to keep certain footage from surfacing. Moreover, former bodyguard Gene Deal has added to the scandal by suggesting that the reach of Diddy's alleged blackmail could extend beyond celebrities to include politicians, religious figures, and others, potentially ensnaring a wide array of influential individuals. As the investigation into Diddy's freak-off parties continues to unfold,